Bam! What's up, guys? Your boy DJ. Just making a little archive video for myself, but I will share it. Nothing special. Got a few changes on my Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus electric bicycle. What did I do different? Okay, I remounted the battery on this bicycle here. If you guys know, in the earlier videos, I had a battery case that was mounted to the handlebars, which it was really neat and everything. It was cool, but it still had that higher center of gravity. So I contacted Swagtron a few weeks ago and I asked them if they had a rack for the Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus. Believe it or not, they said that they do not make or have a rack for that bicycle. I couldn't believe it. I was very upset because that was all part of my plan. Most people, they make a bike, they have a rack for their bikes. Well, not Swagtron. They did not have a rack for this bicycle. So what I decided to do was not so much fabricate a bike rack, but try to modify one to work on my bike. And man, I did it. I'm kind of impressed with myself. It's not pretty. It's not pretty, but it works. And you can see right there, the battery that I had on the handlebars, I have now mounted it to the back. So my moped is pretty much complete right now, and I'm very happy with it. Yes, I have the seat dropped down really low, and the pedal folded. But anyway, what I did was I had some older folding bike parts, right? And one of the parts was a rear rack. So I kept on looking at that rack going, well, it's off a 16-inch wheel bike. Maybe I can do something to make it work. And I had a part that came off of one of my baskets right here. There's a little bracket right there. And I started, just trying to figure it out in my brain. And believe it or not, it worked out. As you can see, it doesn't look pretty. It kind of sits really low, but it's very sturdy. I'll give you guys a little look. Yeah, see? Mm-hmm. Yep. It literally worked out. And I actually used the EB5 Pro Plus. I used their existing mounting holes for the rack, like right here. I just happen to have the perfect size bolts to fit in there. They fit in there perfect. I had to Dremel some of this bracket off to get it to work, but it already had the bend in it. And then I just bolted the old school rack to kind of tip it over and you kind of get a little idea of what it looks like. I was going to paint it black, but it's all covered up. It doesn't even really matter. It's not trying to be, it's not to be seen anyway. But anyway, believe it or not, it's centered quite well. I just got to put some Loctite on these, or some red Loctite anyway, on these rear nuts on the rack, and it'll be done. But yeah, there you go. Our Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus moped. And now what I like about it is, like before when I had the battery mounted up here, if it stood like this, it would tip over quite easily. But right now, you can see it, you can bump it a little bit, and it still doesn't tip over because of the lower center of gravity of the battery pack, which is quite nice. So right here, this little open pop part here, I have my my charger and a hex wrench in there. And what I did was, this battery bag had some Velcro straps to the side, so I was able to tie it down, to bring it down between the rack and Velcro between the rack. Then I took some duct tape and duct taped the bag to the rack too, just to make sure nobody gets any ideas, just because I have to run in the store real quick. So you'll have to fight to get that battery pack off there. And I'm not done. I'm going to add some more tape or some other securities, bungee cords or whatever, just to make sure it's really secure. And just to throw people off so they don't try to run off with it. But yeah, it looks quite neat. Again, on this EB5 Pro Plus, the controller is in here. And then I got a parallel a plug in there that I think it has 2 prongs on it, 2 or 3. Either way, it worked out. I'm running it off of here into here to connect to the battery. And it's been working fine. I just relocated it is all. So I'm just sharing that. And to let some of you guys know that may have the EB5 Pro Plus, they don't make a rack for this bike, sadly. I don't know why. It's kind of dumb. And it would be real, I'd rather have that, but this does work. This does work. I'm gonna paint some of this stuff black just to, you know, just to make it black. But I'm not packing a whole bunch of weight back there, but it works great. No rattles or nothing, man. Like I said, I use the existing holes, some metric screws or whatever else, and then I'm very happy with it. Again, I got this bike mainly to be used as a moped. Again, I have to say about this bike, guys, I know some of you guys probably think Swagtron stuff is crap, and it may be, but they got lucky on this bike. This bike is very well built, and I ride, you know, I got some high-end bikes and stuff, and the electronics on it, as far as electric bike, they're very basic, but for me, I like it like that, you know? It's got I don't have to worry about any gear changes. It's just a minimalist mini electric bicycle. And I love that. Now, just to show you guys that I'm on the right path, and that those of you who are into the bigger wheel size scooters and, you know, mini e-bikes like this with the 14-inch wheel and 15-inch wheel, up to 16, Dualtron is coming out with the scooter they call I think they call it mini city scooter or something like that. But anyway, this scooter has 15-inch tires. And you know what Dualtron is boasting about? They're saying it's the most safe scooter to ride around. They're boasting about how safe it is. Why? Because just like I've been telling you guys all along, it's all about the larger bicycle style tires. You know, you kind of get tired of it after a while with the scooters. Every time you turn around, somebody's coming out with another 10-inch scooter. It gets old. But when the reality is, the bicycle tires are the safest thing around, because, you know, you got the bigger tires, you got more security, you can hit potholes better. It's just a safer thing. It's so easy to change the tires on these things. I got two inner tubes right here, one here and one on the other side of this backpack right there. And I got an electric battery operated tire pump in there if I get a flat. And the nice thing is, tire changes are so easy because I don't have no bunch. I got one gear, man. That's it. You know. So I pedal when and if I want to. With my expansion battery again, I haven't done an official range test, but I'm guesstimating 50 miles all throttle, 50 to 60 miles all throttle, right around that area. That's what I'm guesstimating on a flat, at speeds of like 10 to 12 miles an hour, maybe even 15. But yeah, that's a 22, right at a 23 amp hour battery pack combined with what's in there. So I'm looking pretty good, guys. About 22 amp hour battery pack. So I just want to give you guys a little update to let you guys know that those of you that have the EB5 Pro Plus, do what I did. If you want a rear rack, you may have to modify one and do what I did. I have a bike rack on my electric bike. Check this out, guys. My mountain bike right here. It's a seat post rack. The only problem is this seat post on this EB5 Pro Plus is really thick. It's like 33.9, and I could not millimeters, and I could not find one that would fit. Couldn't find one to fit this post here, man. So I was stressed. No, I wasn't stressed out because it ain't a big deal. I'm just talking. But again, you know, use your brain, take your time, find a bike rack that's maybe designed for a 16-inch wheel bike, if you can, and fabricate something like I did, because this works, man. This works. I think I could easily secure 25 pounds on that with no problem, and not have any problems at all. So I just want to share that with you guys. EB5 Pro Plus. If you're looking in the market for a scooter, an electric scooter, and you're looking at the little wheel scooter, I would encourage you guys to look at this right here. This thing is the bomb. It came shipped to me so professional in a little bitty small box. I love it. And I have a Brompton folding bike. Yeah. And I electrified that too. And that Brompton bike is like a $2,500 deal. I prefer to ride this over the Brompton. Why? Simplicity. You know, simplicity, smaller, more compact even than the Brompton, 14-inch wheels versus 16. And it's just fun as heck, and it's I think it's a very well-built bike from what I see and what I've been experiencing. And when I do ride it to work, it's a 30-mile round trip. So I've rode it to work quite a bit. So just letting you guys some new info on the Swagtron EB5 Pro Plus, good bike. If you're in the market again for looking at getting a scooter, I recommend you get this over the scooter because this thing folds up too. It's light, it's more user friendly than the standard, more user friendly than the standard little 10-inch wheel scooter. You can change these tires like that, man. You know, inner tubes are readily available on YouTube. I mean on eBay. So yeah, guys, I would really encourage that because, like I said, I was about to purchase at least I thought I was, a high-end geared motor scooter from, I forgot the name of it, in Israel. They're made by a company in Israel. But anyway, I started looking into this, and this has a geared hub motor, but it has bigger wheels. The little scooter had little 10-inch wheels, which is very nice, but this has 14s, which means I can trail a lot better. I can go places where I could never go or would want to go on a 10-inch geared motor scooter as compared to this. So this thing, I'm telling you guys, man, Swagtron, you may not like some of their items, but this thing here is the bomb. I even like this better than their more expensive e-bike that they have for like $700 something. I like this one better because it's simpler. It's just simpler. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Later.